Ever typed a question into an AI chatbot and gotten back something bland, generic, or just not helpful? You are not alone, and the problem usually is not the AI. It is the prompt. An AI language model works by predicting the most likely next words based on the text you give it. If you give it very little to work with, it has to guess, and it fills the gaps with the most average, generic answer possible. Let's follow one student, Maya, through this whole guide. She has a history exam next week on the causes of World War I, and she wants an AI assistant to help her prepare. Maya's first attempt is simple. She types, "Help me study for my history test." The AI replies with generic tips about flashcards and reading notes. Nothing about World War I at all. The AI could not read her mind. It did not know her subject, her grade level, or what kind of test she was facing, so it defaulted to the safest, most generic advice it could give. The first fix is simple. Give the AI context. Tell it who you are, what you are working on, and what you already know, just like you would with a new tutor meeting you for the first time. So Maya tries again. "I am a 10th grade student studying the causes of World War I for a test next Friday. I understand the alliances, but I am confused about the assassination of Franz Ferdinand." Now the AI has something real to work with. The second technique is to specify the format you want back. Do you want a short paragraph, a bulleted list, a table, or a set of quiz questions? Without instructions, the AI has to guess that too. Maya adds this. Explain it in 5 simple bullet points. Then give me 3 practice quiz questions at the end. Now she is not just asking for information. She is asking for information shaped exactly the way she can use it. The third technique is giving examples of what you mean, sometimes called few-shot prompting. Showing the AI a sample of the style or difficulty you want is often more powerful than describing it in words. Maya writes, "Here is the kind of quiz question I like. Which country declared war first, and why? Please make your practice questions in that same style." Now the AI has a concrete pattern to copy instead of guessing her preference. The fourth technique is assigning the AI a role. Asking it to act as a specific kind of expert changes the tone, depth, and vocabulary of its answer, much like asking a different teacher to explain the same topic. So Maya types, "Act as a friendly history tutor explaining this to a high schooler who has never studied European politics before." The answer that comes back is warmer, simpler, and paced just for her. The fifth and often most overlooked technique is iteration. Your first reply from an AI is a rough draft, not a final answer. Treat the conversation like a back and forth, not a single vending machine transaction. When the AI's explanation is still a little too advanced, Maya replies, "Can you simplify the third bullet point and give me a real-world comparison?" The AI adjusts, because it now has clear feedback instead of silence. This loop of asking, checking, and refining is where most of the real value of AI assistance actually happens. Nobody writes the perfect prompt on the first try, including experienced users. Let's put it all together. Maya's final prompt now includes her context, her desired format, an example, and an assigned role, built up naturally over several messages rather than one giant paragraph. Compare that to her very first attempt. The vague version got generic study tips. The refined version got a tailored explanation, formatted quiz questions, and a simplified breakdown just for her level. A common mistake is swinging too far the other way, cramming every technique into one overwhelming wall of text. Start with context and format, then add examples or a role only if you need them. Think of it like delegating a task to a new assistant on their first day at a job. The clearer your instructions, the less back-and-forth confusion, and the better the finished work. These techniques are not tied to any single chatbot or app. Whether it is a writing assistant, a coding helper, or a study tool, the same principles of context, format, examples, role, and iteration apply. One important caution: better prompts get better answers, but they do not guarantee perfectly correct ones. AI systems can still make mistakes or state things confidently that are wrong, so always double-check important facts. Learning to prompt well is really just learning to communicate clearly, a skill that transfers to talking with teachers, coworkers, and collaborators too. The AI is a mirror for how clearly you can express what you actually need. So next time an answer feels flat or generic, do not assume the AI is limited. Try adding context, naming a format, offering an example, assigning a role, and then refining the reply. Small changes in your question often unlock a completely different quality of answer.